Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the final video of the three-part video series. In this video, I'm gonna go even further in detail into my training system. So I'm gonna talk about one particular body part and then explain how I do it, which muscles I'm targeting, how I'm targeting them, which exercises you have to do, what amount of reps you have to do, how many sets you have to do, basically everything you need for building muscle and increasing strength. And the best part, it's gonna be free. After this video, you're gonna finally realize what you have to do in order to reach your goal as fast as possible and the best as possible. And again, I wanna thank everyone for the amazing support and the feedback from these past two videos. The appreciation is too much. I read every comment and I'm happy that people are happy with it. So thank you again, thank you very much. So again, in the first video, we talked about the three most important hacks, which were the intermittent fasting. We talked about how motivation is not that important, the discipline is, how important stretching and the warm-up is in your training. And in the second video, the past one, we talked about my history, how I started with working out, how I came to this point today. We talked about all of my clients and coachings, and we talked about how I train, but we only talked a little bit. So today we're gonna go even more in detail, so be tuned. This is the third and final video of the series. So if you didn't watch the first or second part, go on my channel and check them out. Now we're gonna finally talk about how I work out in the smallest details. So I'm gonna explain and pick one muscle group and explain how I do it, why I do it like that, and everything in between. So after this, you will know how I do it and you can do it yourself. So again guys, in the last video, I talked about how I take the bodybuilding / fitness system and implement it in my own training. So I take the bodybuilding workouts and I basically transform them into bodyweight training, into calisthenics. And I've been doing it since the beginning that way. So basically, I'm gonna take an example of my chest workout. So every workout, after the warm-up, I do something explosive. You can't do really something powerful and explosive based in the middle of the workout or at the end of the workout, because you're gonna be fatigued, your muscle will be full of blood, it's gonna be much harder to execute the exercise properly. So it's better to take it right at the beginning. So again, I start the workout with something explosive. It can be so if I'm doing chest, it can be an explosive push-up, clap push-up, back clap push-up, plyomet, anything explosive. So I start with that, and again, depending on the exercise and which stage I'm at, so if it's the beginning stage or the ending, so if it's a beginning stage of my workouts, so like week 1, now again, depending on beginner, intermediate and advanced, but if you're a beginner, you start with just an incline power push-up. That way you're gonna gain strength, explosivity, and then how the weeks go on, you're gonna progress more and more. You're gonna get stronger, you're gonna build muscle in the process, you're gonna gain explosive strength, and you're gonna gain muscle. So after the explosive exercise, you're gonna work on your basic. Again, all depends which level you are on, which stage of the 8-week or 4-week program you're on. You're gonna start with wide push-up as an example. Or if you're a beginner, you're gonna start with the knee push-up or just the negative push-up. That way you're gonna build strength. So after the explosive, you're gonna do basic push-up, you're gonna build more strength with it, you're gonna pump the muscle with blood, you're gonna fatigue yourself even a little bit more, and you're gonna target the whole chest. So again, the rep range should be from 8 to 15, anything you do. So even with the explosive, try to do 8 to 15. And with a wide push-up, same thing, 8 to 15. You have to really control your movement, do it with proper form, and then move on. So So when you're doing the whole chest in the second exercise, then how you're gonna target the lower and upper or even the middle chest? Well, if you wanna target the lower chest, you're gonna do incline push-up, meaning you're gonna do a push-up with your hands inclined. So you're gonna put your hands on a higher surface basically. Now depending again on your level, you're gonna maybe start with chest height or hip height, knee height. Now again, depending on your level. And then again, you're gonna watch your form. You're gonna do it slowly, you're gonna do negatives. All of that will help you build muscle, build endurance, and build strength for the upcoming weeks. Now again, what if you wanna target the upper chest? So if the incline is for lower, then the decline is for upper. Meaning now, instead of putting your hands on a higher surface, you're gonna put your legs on a higher. So you're gonna basically put your whole weight on your shoulder and on your upper chest. And you're gonna really feel the burn. Now again, you have to focus on every rep, every set you do, again, and keep the rep range 8 to 15. But again, if you're a beginner and you can't do 8, it's no problem. Even if you do 5, you're still gonna be in hypertrophy mode, so you're gonna still gain muscle. And then in the upcoming weeks, you can just up it up for 1 rep, then another rep, until you reach 8 to 15. And then when these workouts get easier, then you can level up to the intermediate level or even the advanced level, but be consistent with it. Now you may ask, how the hell you're gonna target the middle chest with just bodyweight training without using any weights, any equipment? Well, the best way, and probably one of my favorite exercises for the chest, is the diamond push-up. So I used to do them a lot as a beginner, even today, for the inner chest. So when you're doing the diamond, you go slowly down, slowly up, and you're up, you squeeze your chest. Even now, when you're probably watching this sitting down, just put your hands into a diamond position, and then with one hand, just feel your chest, what is working. You're gonna feel your inner chest. So when you go here, you're gonna feel it stretch, and then when you push, you're gonna feel the squeeze and you're gonna feel the inner chest. Just try it at home right now, sitting, so you're not even pushing anything, and you're gonna feel the inner chest. So that's the way you're gonna target that. And then the last thing that I do in my workouts, especially and particularly on the pushing routines like the chest, I do at the end something that will stretch it out. So my favorite thing that I've been recently doing for the past year or two is the ring flies. So you basically take the rings and do a push-up with trying to do it going down without bending in your elbows too much. So you're really gonna go like that wide and you're gonna feel the stretch. So I usually do that at the end of my workouts. So not at the beginning, at the end, not even in the middle, the very end. I do that just to stretch it out. The whole workout, you're pumping, you're squeezing, you're keeping everything tight, and then at the end you have that release that will stretch it out. So that's how I target my chest the best way. As a bodybuilder, they also do normal bench, incline, decline, they do with the dumbbells. So I'm basically taking that system, how they're targeting, and just putting it into bodyweight training. So that way you're gonna have a complete chest, you're not gonna have any parts lacking, because you're probably gonna see a lot of people who don't have just the middle or the upper or just maybe anything, because they don't know how to train, or they're just doing one type of push-ups. Like I had a lot of clients and I see a lot of kids in parks, not just kids, like everyone, doing one type of push-up or just one type of squats, pull-ups, like only one type of abs for core. It's crazy to me. If you see like a perfect physique, you have so many fitness athletes like Arnold, like before, they had perfect physiques, but how they got there, it's with targeting the muscles properly and knowing what they're doing. So that's basically how I train my chest, and I do the same principle for every body part. Same for legs, I target quads, hamstring, glutes, calves in a different way. Like every week the workouts are different. So every week I'm gonna target the quads, but in a different way. So my muscle every week is gonna be surprised and shocked, and that way you're gonna build more muscles and you're gonna build up strength, you're gonna build up endurance. So I take the same principles, like I said, like for my chest, and I do it for my arms. You know, it's a lot of volume, but that's the only way you're gonna grow and have that perfect physique without having anything lacking or to have like imbalances in the muscle, because you have a lot of people who only have a bicep but they don't have a tricep because they don't do it, or they don't do it properly, or they're not doing enough reps, or the volume is not enough. There are so many stuff that you can miss that you don't even know, that I didn't know 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But in due time, learning, reading, researching, talking to more people, talking to clients, you learn those things. And then when I learn it, I also practice on me. If it works, I put it in the program. And then I test it out on other people. If it works properly, how I want it to work and how it worked on me, then I put it online, and only then. So from the beginning, you learn. Like my workouts now are better than the workouts I did a year ago or 4 years ago, because in time you learn what works, what doesn't work anymore, or which exercises I can combine, or maybe for this exercise I shouldn't do it because it will create this. And yeah, that's how you learn, that's how you figure it out. So again, it took me years to figure it out. What works, what doesn't work, how does it work, you know, all the way from muscle splits to muscle mind connection to the warm-up to the stretching, trigger point therapy. Like it took me years and years to do it, and you can do it that way. You can do it by yourself. So taking my information and building your own program, figuring out what works, what doesn't work, or you can try my program and skip all those 7 years or 19 years of my experience, and you can do it yourself. Now I'm gonna give you one of my workouts that I did last week, so you can try it out. If it's too hard, then just lower the rep range or do a little bit more simplistic exercises. But if you can, try it out and let me know what you think. So basically, like I said a few minutes ago, I always start with a warm-up. If you didn't watch why the warm-up is important, then watch the first video. But yeah, I always start the workout with a dynamic warm-up, and then I start with something explosive. So last week I started the workout with a plyometric power push-up, and I did 5 sets of 15, which already at the beginning is a killer. You're gonna get more explosive, you're gonna get endurance with that, and when you finish the 5 sets, then you continue. So it's not a circuit training, it's not full body, you're only targeting your chest, and then you're going for every exercise one by one. So you're not doing like circuit training that you're going like you do 1 set and then right after you're doing another one, different one. No, you finish the 5 and then continue on. After I finished the 5 sets, I did wide eccentric push-ups, meaning again you're gonna go wide, slowly down and slowly up. So you have that eccentric and decentric movement. You're gonna feel the stretch when you're going down, and you're gonna squeeze your chest when you're going up, and you're gonna do again 5 sets, 15 reps. After you finish that, so that's for the whole, so you have explosive power, you have the whole chest, and now you're gonna do the upper, which again is the incline. I usually again do 5 sets, and rep range I do 15 or I can do 20. Now that's still hypertrophy, but depending of the workout and everything, because remember, every week, every workout, you're progressing more and more, you're changing it up, so also the rep range is gonna change. So I do the third exercise, I do the incline for the lower chest, and then after that I did the diamond push-up for the inner chest. Again, I did 5 sets of 15. For every rep I was focusing more on the squeeze on the top, and again, form is really important, and you're gonna see, guys, in the workout program I'm gonna explain everything, how I do it, the mistakes that you shouldn't do, the mistakes that I used to do so you're not gonna repeat it, and what you have to feel. So you're gonna get everything basically. So yeah, you're gonna do 5 sets of diamond push-ups, 15 reps, squeezing on the top, perfect form. So that's for inner, and then at the end I do again something to stretch it out, and I do my favorite, the ring flies, which I did 5 sets of 12 because I was supposed to do 15, but it was really hard at the end, especially because I promise you, you're gonna be shaking by the end of the workout. You're gonna be so pumped, your chest gonna be pumped, your tricep is gonna be pumped, everything is gonna be pumped, and you're gonna already feel the progress. Even after these few workouts, you're gonna feel a change because you never did it before like that. So you're gonna feel the difference, and you're gonna see the improvements every week, every month. So that's the last thing I did, was ring flies, which I did 5 sets of 12, which I stretched it out properly. Again, form is really important. You really have to stretch it out, do it slowly so you're not dropping down like that and getting injured. And that's the last thing I did last week for the chest workout. So try it out, let me know what you think. Do everything with perfect form, no bending in the lower back, no bad form, not going all the way down, all the way up, locking. Perfect form. So try it out and let me know what you think. And again, guys, remember, you have to warm up before the workout and stretch after the workout. So a dynamic warm up before, static stretching after. If you want to know more about that, go back and watch the first video and you're gonna learn all about it. Okay guys, that's it for this 3-part video series. So I'm gonna recap everything we talked about. So in the first one, we talked about intermittent fasting, how I do it, why is it important and can be life-changing. The second thing we talked about was how motivation is not as important, but discipline and self-discipline is. And the third thing we talked about was the importance of warming up, the importance of stretching and why. And in the second video, we talked all about me, myself, how I started working out, how I went from a gymnast to being basically almost an alcoholic, and then starting to work out again, changing my life for the better, and being now a professional athlete once again in a new sport. Another thing that we talked about were my online clients, my coachings, how they improved, and all about how I figured out my training principles and my system. And now I went into even larger detail about my workouts, how I split them, why I do it like that, how I train every body part. So basically you got a lot of information now that you can take home and apply it in your routines and your workouts in the future. And remember, I don't want anything, I just want you guys to know the importance of everything so you have it in your head. So if you want to use it, you can. And you have to remember, a lot of people pay for this kind of information, and I just want to give it away because I appreciate you guys so much, because you've been following me for the past years, you've been following my progression. I don't want to see anyone injured or just not progressing as much. So I want to give this to you, so you're gonna take it and run with it and improve. I don't want anything, I just want you guys to improve. And I really appreciate the feedback you've been guys giving to me for the past few days, and let me know in the future how everything is going. Of course, before even starting this 3-part video series, I didn't know who's gonna watch it, who's gonna leave a comment, who's gonna give me feedback, but after reading the comments and seeing who's watching. I just want to give as much information as I can so you build your perfect physique, and I think that's why you're here, right? In our community, we have to do everything by ourselves, so with minimal help or even no help, you want to improve yourself with no guidance, and everyone wants to do everything in just a few steps in the shortest amount of time. Okay guys, if you watched all of the 3 videos, that means you want to become the best version you can, and you want to become more healthy, ripped, strong, shredded, have better endurance, or any goal you want. And now you know the 3 most important hacks for muscle building and strength. You also know my history, how I started and where I came today. You also know the history of my clients. You know my training system and how I work out. And tomorrow I have the 4th bonus video for you, and I don't want you to waste years of your time making the same mistakes that I have made. I want you to take it, watch it, and then improve faster and get to the point and get the results quicker. So the video tomorrow, I'm gonna give you the ultimate hack that I wished I had before. 19 years broken down into 8 weeks. Crazy, right? Why wait if it's possible? I think like this: if I had the chance to achieve any results possible faster, easier, in a shorter amount of time, according to my imagination, then I'm the guy who would use the chance 100%. And if you think like me, I'm gonna see you tomorrow in the bonus video. If you can't watch the bonus video tomorrow by any reason, I wish you good luck, and I hope you learned everything by this point. I hope you took a lot with you and learned game-changing things, which is a starting point for you to build up muscle and strength as faster, easier, and the best way possible to gain that perfect physique. And finally, I'll be very happy if you leave a comment down below what you think about this video series. Also, I want to know what you're working for, what you want, what kind of physique you want, and all your desires, so leave a comment down below. And I want you to be exact with your comment, because it will probably inspire someone else. So read in the comments down below what other people are writing and what drives them to become better. And guys, finally, the video is coming out tomorrow, so check your inbox because it will be only for a short amount of time. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, so thank you for sticking by this far. See you soon. Gang gang.